Hi everybody, I'm Mike, and this is Long Live the Queen. Just to kind of recap, this is where we are. Our current mood is currently depressed. What should we do? I think... I want to move more toward willful and slightly pressured. But there's no really good way to do that. Be willful and angry, because that's the thing. I'm gonna do pressured. Well, yeah. But you see, every time I become pressured... Well, let's do that. Sneak out of the castle. Look at how defiant she is! Alright, actually, where does that put us? Let's go check out our mood. Okay, we're definitely willful. We can get rid of this lonely, I think, in other ways. What should we work on? Military. Military and intrigue. That's what we'll work on. Military. So, okay, I recorded the first, full disclosure, I recorded the first episode of this in, like, mid-November, something like that. And I recorded the second episode of this in January. Yeah, like a couple of days before it went out. But between the time that I recorded the first episode and when I recorded the second episode, it seems like everybody on YouTube has decided to pick up this game. And I'm actually really, really happy about that. I've tried to turn a bunch of people onto this game, and it's taken some coercion in some cases. But the way that I explain it is, it's a kind of... If you can get over the aesthetics of the game, it's kind of Romance of the Three Kingdoms-y, without the strategy part, but the building up of the character, and making the decisions kind of part based on the skills and things like that. That's how I kind of view it. That's how I've explained it to a lot of people, and that has gotten, people to view it as more of a viable option for something that they want to consume. And I'm just kind of happy that people have decided to pick up on this game. Sorry, I looked at this and then it totally blanked out. So we want to do foreign intelligence, I think. Foreign intelligence, and we already picked logistics, and that's where I want to go with that. So we'll do foreign intelligence. There we go. Alright, week 11 in the morning. You are able to you study the kinds of equipment that soldiers need available, such as bedding, weapons, armor, medicine, bandages, and the tools to repair anything damaged. You study the different kinds of transport: animals, wagons, sledges, ships, boats, and boots. The domain of Shenya? Anyway, across the sea to the west. It's a made-up name. Why do I even care about pronouncing it correctly? Has been steadily increasing in size and now controls a wide range of coastline as well as most of the navigable rivers. The political disruption in Tombula in recent years has created a disruption in the chocolate production, which is to the benefit of Nova, particularly the Duchy of Kigal. We'll go with that. Alright. Jocelyn the King Dowager, King of Caloris. There are reports that a Keithong has been sighted leaving the old forest. What's a Keithong? female voices, because, yeah, who knows. No, you know what? She is a 14-year-old girl. She would probably have a higher pitched voice. Anyway, a beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak, and spikes on its back. Eek! Several disappearances in southern Caloris are already thought to be the work of this creature. What do we do? Should we send hunters? The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Great policy. Hunters are no match for such creatures. You would only make it angry and waste more lives. Well, don't send hunters then, send soldiers. So we just let it eat people? Everyone dies in the end. I don't know if you guys have already figured this out, but he's not very helpful. Elodie, the crown princess. +1 depressed. ... Also, there's a letter for you. Delaris, the Duke of Sedna, will be arriving next week for an official visit. Alright. Well, we can visit the treasury, we can talk to our father, and we can... What's our mood at? We are currently more willful, but kinda depressed. Okay. Let's be willful and angry. Affected by willfulness. You sneak a peek at some of the luckless peasants, held in the dungeons, petty thieves, and troublemakers, now suffering in the dark. They're obviously bad people, but seeing them so miserable still feels unfair, and there must be a better way. Look at the resolve on this young lady's face. So we are... super willful, and... borderline between angry and afraid. So... what kind of bonuses do we get? Bonuses to intrigue and military. So nothing has changed. So we'll take ciphering and naval strategy, because we need to kind of bring these up all to 30 before we can progress beyond 50, I believe. So ciphering and naval strategy. Have we unlocked any outfits? No. So, naval strategy and ciphering. Alright. You study different kinds of ships, their names, designs, and the number of crew needed for each. That's actually pretty interesting. I want to take naval strategy. You study different kinds of ships, their speed, maneuverability, and standard complements of weapons. Oh, we have unlocked a new outfit. Okay, well good, because I wanted to get into that. You practice shifting substitution ciphers, where each letter is replaced by one, a few steps further along in the alphabet, so cake and pie becomes... You practice random substitution ciphers, where the normal alphabet is replaced by one in jumbled order. This is harder to code, but most people need a written substitution chart to read or write it, and that chart can be lost or stolen. Oh, we have unlocked another new outfit. Delaris, Duke of Sedna. Ah, Your Highness. What a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. Your description did not do you justice. Or did not do... Oh, yeah, no, I read it correctly. Elodie. Test flattery. Failed. I don't know how to deal with handsome older men paying me compliments. Delaris, Duke of Sedna. I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted my humble offering. A jewel for a jewel. But you are the more precious. I hope that this is only the beginning of a mutually beneficial relationship. A union between us would bring stability to both our peoples. He really does want to marry me. Her voice changed. Accept his offer. I would be honored! Elodie! Your Grace, are you not aware that my daughter has only 14 summers? It's my decision. A betrothal only, of course. There's no need for hurrying. You have your coronation to plan for, after all. If I might be of service in any way, please send for me. I will be happy to offer my protection or advice. Alright, now that we've finished studying, what will we do for the weekend? Well, we are super willful right now. We could be more cheerful, or... guess it's... Okay. Cheerful and... what's the other one? Lonely. I don't want to be more lonely. But, well, walking in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. Alright. So, now we have unlocked a couple of outfits. Now, the thing about outfits is that they provide you with different boosts to different categories whenever you wear them. So right now, Elodie's wearing the boarding school uniform, and that's basically just the default. If she wears the catch suit, she has a bonus to intrigue. If she wears the military uniform, she gets a bonus to the military, obviously. For training it and for using those skills. So... what's her mood at? She's almost, kind of baseline for angry and... angry and afraid and cheerful and depressed, but she's super willful and pretty lonely, so... let's go to skills here. Military, yeah, she obviously has a bonus to that right now. Okay, well, let's make her a diplomat kind of warlord. Let's make her the Winston Churchill of her kingdom. And her being willful will definitely go a far ways to doing that. So you should check out internal affairs and strategy. Let's go to classes, go to strategy, and we'll go to internal affairs, and done. Alright. You learn how units reinforce each other in the field, gaining strength through proximity and the covering of weaknesses. You study the effects of different kinds of battle terrain for both offense and defense. You may now tour the barracks on the weekends. Right, the Countess Lake of Dees, I guess, married the old Duke of Sudbury. That's actually a place. Who was more than twice her age, then divorced him as soon as she'd borne him an heir in order to marry another. It was considered shockingly rude by the general nobility, but the old Duke apparently had no objection. Well, he got what he wanted, I suppose. Countess of Dees is now married to the disinherited third sibling of the Duke of Murray and the Duchess of Hellas. Currently, both Duke and Duchess are unwed. If either dies without an heir, a title may still pass to the Countess's husband. Jocelyn King Dowager, King of Duke of Clerks. You are requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Cavan, Earl of Io. Your Highness, the slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. Which sister? Coruscant, the Duchess of Mead. Is she alright? She's unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's justice it is. Them devils killed me brother and broke me mam's heart. Lied to her they did. When she went to see why he'd not come back, said he'd gone for a soldier when he never would. They weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice. You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it. This may have something to do with the last Duke of Mead. He was involved in all sorts of scandals. As she is clearly guilty, her life is forfeit. She will be... Oh, wait. As she is clearly guilty, her life is forfeit. She will be hanged in public as a deterrent to other criminals. You'll not have me! All of a sudden, she breaks loose from her guards and rushes at you. In your court dress, you are unarmed. I'm not in court dress, I'm in my military uniform. You go up for a weapon and find only a heavy golden ornament which you hurl in her direction. Your missile flies wide of its mark. Before you have a chance to do anything else, your personal guards step into action, cutting the woman down before she can endanger you. Lifeless body lies bleeding on your carpet. Get that out of here. Put it on display so that everyone sees what happens to criminals. Alright, you can check out the barracks now. I can be -1 willful and +1 pressure now. So I'm going to do that because I want to gain pressure. You are impressed by the discipline of the Novan troops, but the responsibility for their lives weighs heavily on your shoulders. There are approximately 9 battalions, 1 company, and 1 platoon under your direct command. Alright, you're still really willful, I think. Super willful. Alright. And you're more angry than you were before. But you're less lonely, so that's good. I'm happy for you. Let's see here. Let's look at some she got skills. We're going to go with foreign intelligence and naval strategy, I think. Strategy, foreign intelligence, there we go. You learn about the requirement for all civilized sailors to rescue the crew of a sinking ship, even an enemy. You learn about the challenges to naval warfare posed by unpredictable weather, as well as the dangers of sailing too close to an unknown coastline. Since the recent revolution, the Tombolins have twice begun gathering troops on the Novan border. Both times, their camps were struck by fierce storms and earthquakes, and they decided to give up on the idea. Pirates are once again operating out of Orcus, although they are currently sticking to the northern seas and no threat to Nova. However, if they turn to slave raids, the Borealians? That's Boreal. Borealians? Maybe quite vulnerable? Anyway. Oh. As you are waking up one day in the gardens, you hear a strange... Oh, as you are walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound. Look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. That's funny. I thought owls were nocturnal. I guess I was wrong. When you return to the castle, your father is waiting for you. There's a woman here to see you. She wishes crowdfunding for a project. Thank you for seeing me, Your Royal Highness. I come to you on behalf of the people. I wish to build a hospital where any citizen afflicted with disease can be brought for treatment. Putting all the sick people together? Wouldn't that make them die even faster? We are not interested. Alright, well, yeah. I don't even have words. Anyway, we're gonna end that, we're gonna end it here for right now. If you like this episode, or you just want to support the series, feel free to go ahead and click on that go to like button down below. If you haven't subscribed and you feel like that's something that you may want to do, that button is down there as well. If you have any positive or negative feedback, that button, you feel free to put it in the comment section down below. If you want to join me on Facebook or on Steam, you can do that by clicking on one of the links in the description down below. But I've been Mike, you have been you, and this has been Long Live the Queen, the Pretty Princess game. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.